The plant manager there called me soon after they started their jobs, and he said, wow, we haven't seen this kind of talent in decades. It's just amazing. And from there, we started supplying to other defense contractors, automotive, medical, mechanical, electrical, just about anyone who machines parts. And then, of course, we advanced the program into robotics.
Welcome to the ReAutomated podcast, where we explore how automation is redefining manufacturing. I'm your host, Chris Savoia from Universal Robots. Today, we're joined by Kathy Walker, founder and CEO of eKentucky Advanced Manufacturing Institute, based in Paintsville, Kentucky, the heart of Appalachia, as Kathy says. eKAMI, as it's called, is pushing the boundaries of the idea for reskilling with modern jobs in robotics and manufacturing. Kathy started eKAMI to help the people of her region, many of whom come from the declining mining industries. With an amazing 100% placement rate to jobs, eKAMI has become a national standard for high-tech education. Kathy, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Chris.
How long is this program and what do the students learn?
This program is fast track. It's 5 months. Students begin with CNC machining and advance into robotics. We teach some basic fundamentals of electronics, PLCs, CAD/CAM they use. A lot of, especially the younger ones, get pretty good with that. So we take a holistic approach. It's more fundamental in nature. And on top of those skills, we teach the critical skills.
Amazing. Yeah. eKAMI boasts a very impressive Haas Technical Center. Haas is one of the leading names in machine tools. And I think last year it was even recognized by the Wall Street Journal as like the largest CNC manufacturer in the country. Can you tell us a bit more about the story of Gene Haas getting involved and talk about what it has meant for the program there?
Yes. So it's been a real advantage to have the partnership with Haas Automation. I personally am not out of the manufacturing industry, so this was new territory for me, but I knew it was important if we were going to reskill our people that we have a name that's globally recognized and respected in manufacturing circles. And so through a friend, I was able to get hooked up with Gene Haas, and that was the beginning.
Yeah, you mentioned before to me that the bottom really started to fall out of the local industries, especially maybe around like 2013 or 14. What inspired you to push into this new era of manufacturing with eKAMI?
We had thousands and thousands of people without employment. And for the first time, it was permanent. This was more of a structural shift in the industry rather than cyclical as it had been for generations. A lot of people from this area were either direct coal miners or involved in a support industry. Their dads, fathers, brothers, uncles, grandfathers. It just was passed down through generations. But this time it was different. You could feel it. You could see it. A lot of bankruptcies among the coal operators and trucking companies, part supply, fuel supply. And it just decimated all of these communities in Appalachia. And so the people in this region are incredibly skilled, just naturally skilled. They're can-do people. They can,
Up business, mining.
Yeah. I mean, they can do plumbing, electrical, anything. They work on their own cars, tractors. It's amazed with that. And a lot of those skills are born out of survival skills. This is a bit of a remote area, so to speak, not so much anymore, but these skills have been passed down through generations. So they're really, really good at problem solving and working with their hands. So machining seemed to be a natural fit for the workforce, which I think is important if you're going to try to transition the economy it needs to make sense for the workforce.
Yeah, absolutely. Your first graduating class was in 2017. And like I said, you have 100% placement rate. So
did.
how have you been so successful with your program's placement rate for jobs, and what kind of industries are you placing into?
Our first class went into the defense industry, machining parts for the military at one of the big defense contractors. And so that was pretty amazing. They loved it. The plant manager there called me soon after they started their jobs, and he said, wow, we haven't seen this kind of talent in decades. It's just amazing.
Yeah, awesome.
And from there, we started supplying to other defense contractors, automotive, medical, mechanical, electrical, and just about anyone who machines parts. And then, of course, we advanced the program into robotics, and we teach robotics as part of the curriculum today. So we have several going into the robotics industry. In fact, Mir hired 2 from our very last class.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Mir is the Universal Robots sister company called Mobile Industrial Robots, and they make autonomous robots that kind of scoot around on the floor. However, they can get very, very big, lifting up the hundreds of kilograms. So really
Yes.
great for logistics and handling. Yeah, that's amazing. Can you tell me a little bit more about the curriculum that you offer, both for machining as well as robotics? I understand that eKAMI is an accredited training program with something called NIMS, or the National Institute for Metalworking Skills. What does that mean?
Yes, so those are nationally recognized credentials from the National Institute of Metalworking Skills in the Washington, D.C. area. So our students earn those credentials here. And then eKAMI is in the process of developing the first robotics credential. We're collaborating with NIMS, and we should in the next few months have that credential so everybody could earn a NIMS credential in robotics as well.
That's amazing. Yeah. So this is a credential that can be used to put on your resume and help you find jobs and things like that, or maybe change jobs if you're already in an industry. Kathy, how is the program funded?
We are currently federally funded. And we serve the entire Eastern Kentucky region. So we pull students from 25 counties. We have several who drive over 2 hours each way to class every day.
Wow.
It's 5 days a week, Monday through Friday.
Do you have any advice for other people around the country if they wanted to explore starting a technical education center like this?
Yes, it needs to be relevant. And the team is important. The instructors, we have built just an amazing team here, our instructors and support staff. And I think that it's important, the partnership with industry. We are 100% driven and guided by industry. So
Absolutely.
We're responding to the needs of industry.
Yes, that's reflected through your partnerships with Haas, with Universal Robots, obviously, with NIMS. So you've made the connections that are important.
Yes.
Have you noticed any interesting just with people entering and progressing through the program? Does it relate to age demographics or anything else?
Our age demographic is 17 to 65 years old so far.
Wow.
So we have a lot of students from that have just graduated high school, all the way to those who have been in the workplace and just looking for a sustainable career move. And it's really difficult to assess early on who is really a fit for this program. We are surprised daily. And so the most important factor from a student perspective is that they are committed and have the desire to do this type of work and complete the program. So we provide all the other tools necessary to get through. They just have to arrive here.
Yeah, they have to want it, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How much do you weigh prior experience in choosing the people to enter the program?
We don't. We've had people with some experience. We've had people with no experience. So it's like I said, it's difficult to gauge. It's just what it's attitude. And, this is a happy place. It's very positive. It's empowering. This work is, when you walk in here, it's very impressive. It's probably a bit intimidating to a lot of people. But once they, I always say we eat the elephant one bite at a time. And once they get a little feel for, hey, I could do this, it just feeds on itself.
Being that you have had so much success with your placement rates, I can see the confluence of choosing the right students to enter the program, having those industry partnerships, and really making it a great place to just want to be, right? It seems like those three things really come together.
Yes. This is intense. I will say it's military style. We are very strict on punctuality, respect in the workplace, dress code. We have a lot of visitors. We have a lot of global visitors, and we're always prepared. But I think, I tell them day one that this is workforce training. Forget about school. This is training for your next career. Yeah. So it's working real well, but we adapt after every class. We based on feedbacks from employers and the students, we tweak the program, and then our instructors go for additional training if there's something new out in technology. So.
Yeah, that I would imagine a lot of universities might have more success with their placement rates if they treated it more like a workforce development program as well. Kathy, you've coined the term new collar workers. What does that mean?
I use the term new collar to describe workers who are in a new category for today's industry, modern industry. And these workers are the bridge people who connect these innovations to industry. And they're highly skilled on the latest advancements.
What does it mean to you personally to have started this program and to watch it grow into what it has become?
It is very gratifying, and I am so thankful for the opportunity to have the ability to impact so many people's lives and provide such a life-changing, transformational opportunity for them.
Well, I really do appreciate it, Kathy. Thank you so much for joining me today. Actually, this was a very special episode recorded from the show floor of IMTS in Chicago. I really appreciate your time. I can't wait to go to your facility in Kentucky and check it out one day. And I really appreciate you again. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate it. And thank you so much.
If you liked it, stick around by hitting the subscribe button. And if you want to dig even deeper, please go to ReAutomated.com. That's re-automated.com to find the show notes as well as notes and other resources. Take care and see you next time.